Dude, my friend, when I was in I was in the busboy industry a long time ago, you know, and the first gay dude I ever met, this dude Billy Conforto.
How old were you?
I was probably 14, right?
That was the first gay you ever met?
Yeah, that ever met straight on.
Was he 14 too?
No, he was probably 30. So, and he was like the toughest gay dude, so he could like fight, and he was gay. Nobody'd ever seen it, you know?
That's scary for a homophobe.
Oh, totally.
Some dude will fuck you up and suck your dick.
Oh, that's the biggest fear.
Or make you suck his.
That's the crazy part.
With no teeth? Yeah. He punches all your teeth out.
Oh, that's got to be crazy. So that changed the game for a lot of homophobes because of like, who's this queer, you know?
Oh, dude.
And then you're like, oh, if that dude knocks me out and then makes love to me, it's going to be a 0 for 2 tonight, you know?
Yeah, that's a more than 2 points.
Yeah.
That's like a 10-8 round.
But Billy had pit bulls, and he sold weed and everything, and we'd get so high, and then I would get so scared of the dogs, man, that I had to go outside a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Because I couldn't. He was like more, he'd be a lot more comfortable around him and stuff, but I would get high, and then I would just get scared around the dogs.
Well, it's the dog that can kill you. That's
Right.
what's crazy. It's
That
like
was
they're real sweet and everything, and if you get a good one, you train them right and raise them right. They're so loyal and they're so affectionate, but the power that they have is so wild.
Yeah, I mean, Billy would put on like an Adidas tracksuit and make him like attack things in his yard and shit. So he was like,
so he was training him to be like that.
he was, but he also loved them. But he like also was like from a tough area, so you know there was a value in having the dogs be tough. And
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have that, right? They have dogs that are just protection,
Yeah.
like around their house all the time. If you live in a rough area, there's no better thing than dogs. They let you know when people are there. Everyone's scared of them. It's not, you know, they'd rather break into a house that doesn't have dogs.
Oh, a lot of people, if they didn't have a dad, they would have a dog. You know,
I guess, yeah. Yeah, if you're young, yeah, you have a few dogs.
the wife would get a dog a lot of times if they didn't have a husband. I remember.
Yep.
But there was a lot of dangerous dogs in my neighborhood growing up.
The problem is when they get loose.
Oh yeah,
When you have dangerous dogs and you don't do a good job of containing them, I was always worried about my dog getting out. My dog Frank Sinatra, he was a pit bull that was bred for hog hunting in Hawaii. They breed them different, and they actually have longer ears. It's really interesting. They're almost like Labrador ears because the whole idea is that they're picking up scent. You know, dogs pick up scent with their ears. That's why bloodhounds have those crazy long ears.
Really?
As they're running. It's like, you know how you fart and you like waft up the smell? Like, whoo, what is that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, dogs are doing that with their ears as they're running. They're wafting up these scents. So they could pick up little minuscule particles of scents as they're wafting
Wow.
up. And my pit bull had longer ears. He had ears almost like a Labrador, but he was a pure pit bull. But big fucking head, just jacked body. And he would, like dogs would come, like dogs that were loose would come to the fence and fuck with him. And he would go crazy. He just couldn't get to them, and they would be fucking with him. And one dog pissed on his fence, like just lifted his leg up. A Labrador came by, pissed on his fence. And so he started slamming his head into the metal bars, like so his wrought iron metal bars, and he slams his head into the bar. And he's like mostly head, right? And pit bulls are like 50% head. And he's just like fucking... And he gets his fucking head through, and I hear all this noise, and I'm alone in the house, and then I hear this noise, and I look out the window, and I see Frank with his head like wedged between the bars, and I see this dog right outside the gate that was pissing, and I was like, oh my God, he's gonna get out, and so I run up to the fence, and I get to him right when his ass pops through he bent the bars, and he got out, and so it's me running down the street in my socks, chasing this dog.
Fucking
and
Andy Dufrank, baby.
he plowed this dog right into a pile of trash cans, right in my neighbor's trash cans, and I got a hold of his collar right before it got ugly. I'm like, motherfucker. So then I had to have another bar welded all around the perimeter of my fence to keep him from separating the bars. So this Israeli dude came over here, and he was the welder guy and the fence guy, you know, and he's like, what happened to your fence? And I said, the dog did it. He goes, this fucking fence? This dog bent this fucking fence with his head? I go, yeah, the dog peed out there. He goes, bro. I go, yeah, that's a crazy dog. Yeah. It's a different kind of dog.
Oh, that's Mike Perry, dude.
That's a different kind of dog.
Yeah,
different kind of dog. They don't care about pain. Pain doesn't mean a fucking thing to them. They just want to get you. They just want to get out. Like this dog was like, I don't think the dog was even, I think the dog was like being friendly. Like he's like, whoa, smell my pee. You know, he's a Labrador.
Right. He's just like goofing around. Like, I'll piss over here. Yeah.
He thought
he's
he was
in a
fine.
frat. He's like, oh, I'm a cig app.
Probably didn't even know what a pit bull was.
Yeah.
Like, this dog's a lot louder than me.
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
Oh God, that dog's that dog has a chain.
I had this one neighbor that had a dog that he never trained. I mean, at all. It was basically a wild dog that he fed. It was a boxer, and this dog wouldn't listen to anybody. When they leave him in the house, if they left the screen, so like they left the door open, the screen, the dog would just fly through the screen, just burst through the screen and go out. And then he'd come home when he was ready.
The dog, he just had his own like plan or whatever.
They were just idiots. They were really frustrated. Oh, look at this dog. Is that a pit bull too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him. That's what he did. That's what my dog did.
Oh yeah.
He'd bend the bars, man. Yeah, they're a different kind of animal.
God.
You gotta really make sure that your perimeter is secure with a dog like that. But this dog was not a dangerous dog. It's just a little boxer.
I think I just got so I think just like I would be so nervous around them, you know. And
but you should be if they're not trained well.
And we didn't grow up around any dogs.
Oh.
You know, except for like dogs that were in our neighborhood. We didn't and they were more violent animals. We didn't have any like dogs in our home or any experience around dogs. You know, I remember first time I ever even met a indoor dog. I didn't know a dog could even be indoors, right? And I was at my buddy Scott's house and they had a golden retriever. And this bitch came around the corner, dude, and I was like, who in the fuck is that? I mean, it was like the most beautiful thing. I mean, it was just like
fluffy and
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Fucking long blonde hair.
Dogs.
It was like Suzanne Summers, dude, just coming. And I was like, damn, that thing is fucking fine, you know?
Suzanne Summers.
I just never seen a dog look like they had like gotten a good night's sleep, you know?